The Pandyan or Pandian dynasty was an ancient Tamil dynasty, one of the three Tamil dynasties, the other two being the Chola and the Chera. The Pandya king, along with Chera king and Chola king, were referred to as the three crowned kings of Tamilakam. The dynasty ruled parts of South India from around 600 BCE to first half of 17th century CE. They initially ruled their country Pandian Nadu from Korkai, a seaport on the southernmost tip of the Indian peninsula, and in later times moved to Madurai. Fish being their flag, pandyas were experts in water management, agriculture and fisheries, and they were eminent sailors and sea traders too. Pandian was well known since ancient times, with contacts, even diplomatic, reaching the Roman Empire. The Pandian Empire was home to temples including Meenakshi Amman Temple in Madurai, and Nelayappa Temple built on the bank of the river Thamirabarani in Tirunelveli. The Pandya kings were called either Jatavarman or Marivarman Pandian. From being Jains in their early ages, they became Shaivates after some centuries of rule. Strabo states that an Indian king called Pandian sent Augustus Caesar presents and gifts of honor. The country of the Pandyas, Pandimandala, was described as Pandian Mediterranea in the Periplus and Modura Regia Pandian by Ptolemy. The early Pandyan dynasty of the Sangam literature faded into obscurity upon the invasion of the Calabras. The dynasty revived under Kadungan in the early 6th century, pushed the Calabras out of the Tamil country and ruled from Madurai. They again went into decline with the rise of the Cholas in the 9th century and were in constant conflict with them. The Pandyas allied themselves with the Sinhalese and the Cheras in harassing the Chola Empire until they found an opportunity for reviving their fortunes during the late 13th century. The later Pandyas entered their golden age under Maravman Sundara Pandian and Jatavarman Sundara Pandian, who expanded the empire into Telugu country, conquered Kalinga and invaded and conquered Sri Lanka. They also had extensive trade links with the Southeast Asian maritime empires of Srivijaya and their successors. During their history, the Pandyas were repeatedly in conflict with the Pallavas, Cholas, Hoysalas and finally the Muslim invaders from the Delhi Sultanate. The Pandyas lost their capital city Madurai to Madurai Sultanate in 1335. However, they shifted their capital to Tenksi and Konatu to rule the Tirunelveli, Tuticorin, Ramanad, Shivagangai regions until 1650. Meanwhile, Madurai Sultanate was replaced by Nayak governors of Vijayanagar in 1378. In 1529, Nayak governors declared independence and established Madurai Nayak dynasty. The introduction of Palayakara system by Madurai Nayak dynasty vanished the Pandyan kingdom one and all. The Pandyas excelled in both trade and literature. They controlled the pearl fisheries along the South Indian coast, between Sri Lanka and India, which produced some of the finest pearls in the known ancient world. Traditionally, the legendary Sangams were held in Madurai under their patronage, and some of the Pandya kings were poets themselves. Etymology. The word Pandya is derived from the Tamil word Pandu, meaning very old. According to the epic Mahabharata, the legendary Malayadwaja Pandya, who sided with the Pandavas and took part in the Kurukshetra war of the Mahabharata, is described as follows in Karnapava. Although knowing that the shafts of the high-souled son of Drona employed in shooting were really inexhaustible, yet Pandya, that bull among men, cut them all into pieces. Malayadwaja Pandya and his queen Kanchanamala had one daughter, that Thugai alias Meenakshi, who succeeded her father and reigned the kingdom successfully. The Madurai Meenakshi Amman temple was built after her. The city of Madurai was built around this temple. It is also notable that the etymology of the name Meenakshi came from two Tamil words Meenanakshi, which collectively means fish-eyed. Another theory suggests that in Sangam Tamil lexicon the word Pandya means old country in contrast with Chola meaning new country, Chera meaning hill country and Pallava meaning branch in Sanskrit. The Chera, Chola and Pandyan are the traditional Tamil siblings, and together with the Pallavas are the major kings that ruled ancient Tamilakam. Historians have used several sources to identify the origins of the early Pandian dynasty with the pre-Christian era, and also to piece together the names of the Pandian kings. Pandyas were the longest ruling dynasty of Indian history. Unfortunately, the exact genealogy of these kings has not been authoritatively established yet.